Hello, guys. It's Friday. Hey, I'm back. On the podcast. It's like it's been forever, man, since school's been out, but school's back in. Official Friday football day today, and we're going to get right into it. Hello, guys, and you listen to the Willie Simmons podcast. We get you caught up on just the little simple things in sports, in the sports world, especially in the high school. I'm your host, Willie Stimmage. You can find me on all social media at Willie Stimmage Media. That's on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, and YouTube, and SoundCloud, if you want to understand on SoundCloud. Yes. So, hey, I'm back. Glad to be able to do this thing. It's like it's been a while, but you're going to be with me every Friday, and we're going to just get this thing going. And I just do this through the school season, and once school's out, I'm out doing my own thing, shooting video, getting kids exposure, things of that nature. But I got other things going on like weddings and church services and whatever else you need to be documented, and that's what I do. So yeah, so today is the first full day of high school football, Friday, August 19, 2022. And matter of fact, yesterday was had some game yesterday. Yesterday was the first day of football, but today is the official day of football. But yesterday we had like some games yesterday. St. Charles, they got out there and beat Northland 48-28, and then Grandview Heights took down Centennial 46-19. So that brings us to games we got today. Let me get you caught up here on the lineup for today. Beechcroft will be at Thomas Worthington. Cincinnati Miami Valley Christian will be at Grove City Christian. DeSales taking on Tri-Valley. Toledo St. John is at Dublin Kaufman. Granville is at Whitehall. Walnut Ridge is at Hilliard Davidson. Grove City is at Dublin Scioto. Hunting Valley is at Columbus Academy. Lancaster is at Pickerington North. Washington Courthouse will be taking on Bexley at Bexley. Marion Franklin, is at Central Crossing. Mason is taking on Gahanna. Perrysburg, we're taking on Dublin Jerome. And this is what we want to get to. Harvest Prep is taking on Bloom Carroll at Bloom Carroll. So, what do we know about Bloom Carroll? Let me see. According to the dispatch, the Bulldogs have a new coach, Jeremy McKinney, after their second consecutive trip to the Division 4. The state semifinal last year, where they lost 24-21 to Clinton Massey. But the Bulldogs, which had a chance to take the lead before fumbling at the 3-yard line late in that game, but they moved up to Division 3. So, and they have some guys coming back. Junior Dylan Armatrot returns as a running back after making special honor mention all-district, and senior linebacker Chase Plaz, I guess that's what it is back after earning his first team all-district honors. And they have some other key players like junior Brody Bishop, which is a wide receiver DB, and they have senior Andrew Marshall at linebacker. So what can we expect from from Bloom Carroll? And with McKinney taking over this program, that has had a ton of success over the last 5 years, including 4 straight MSL Buckeye Division titles and back-to-back state semifinal appearances. So the Bulldogs are coming in ready to kick this thing off against Harvest Prep. But what can we say about Harvest Prep? I think Harvest Prep is ready. I mean, Milan Smith and Harvest Prep been knocking on this door knocking on this door, and they're about to kick this door down. And it's time for them to take over, and win a championship. You know, it's been a while. They've been there. They've been this close to getting in there, but you know, they're gonna get there. They're gonna get there. So with Galon Smith this nice season, total wins of 76, total losses of 20. It was just a pretty good career. And top players coming back: Justin Batista, wide receiver; Chris Brown, Elijah Brown, Xavier Cain, Marcelo Cox, Rashad DeBose, E.J. Pierce, and they have quarterback Aiden Rodgers and Chavez Watkins. I guess that's what it is. But they lost some key players, man. Chandler Burrell, and they lost Jalen Jennings, which was a top back, Altrell Sanders and Austin Reeves, and you know, all these guys went on to graduation. But the Warriors reached Division 7 state semifinals in 2016, 2019, but moved on in 2020 to Division 5. I guess that's 5. I don't know. I just come from dispatch because the competitive balance, and they beat Willisburg 2017 for the regional 17 championship last year, but they lost 2022 to Versailles in the state semifinals, which they finished 10-3. But we're going to see what they're going to do tonight. So that's what I'm looking for. Among the players, Harvest Prep lost to graduation with like Jalen Jennings. He went to Bowling Green, but you know, that was last year. We got to focus on this year. This is one of the hardest working teams I've seen, says senior quarterback Aiden Rodgers. With the work we put in during the off season, guys were getting together early in the morning, and on top of that, we got one of the biggest teams we ever had. We didn't finish last year, so we got to go out and work harder this year. And they do, man. I went to one of their practice. They have a pretty big squad, you know, so they got some reserves ready to do what they got to do. Expected to take over the number one running back position is junior Marcelo Cox, who was special honor mention all district along with Aiden Rodgers. And then you got senior Justin Batista, who had 32 receptions for 495 yards on 4 touchdowns last year, and senior lineman Rashad DeBose, which was special honorable mention in all district. You got senior Xavier Cain, another returning starter, alongside DeBose, and they had Chris Anthony, sophomore, who would like to be at center. We got juniors Chris Brown, wide receiver, he's a stud. Sean Ruffin, H-back. Sophomore Chavez Watkins, and then we have sophomore Marquez Colvin and senior Landon Sterling. So we should be pretty loaded, and don't forget about junior E.J. Pierce. So we should be pretty loaded and ready to go. The third thing I want to mention here is the Warriors defense is counting on experience from returning guys. You know, like they lost a lot on defense, but we got Cain and DeBose is coming back. Elijah Lambert and Elijah Brown, and we have senior Jordan Upton. He missed most of last season with a hip injury, but he's back. Yes, so looking for some big things for Harvest Prep tonight. So we have on the Harvest Prep lineup, we have on the offensive end, we have Aiden Rodgers at quarterback. We have E.J. Pierce and Desmond Porter. Running backs are Marcelo Cox, Marquez Colvin, and Chavez Watkins. And at the receiving position, we have Justin Batista, Chris Brown, Tyler Bass, Elijah Brown Jr., Matt Sanders, and Jordan Upton. H-back, we have Sean Ruffin. And at the tight end position, we have Colvin Landon Sterling. I guess that's what it is. And on the defensive end, we have Cain, DeBois, Pierce, Elijah Lambert, and Trey Whiteside. So we're pretty loaded here. So we just got to focus on tonight, one game at a time. And Harvest Prep has a pretty hefty schedule. Tonight, like I said, they had Bloom Carroll. August 26th, they got Bishop Hartley at home. September the 2nd, they are at Eastmoor. September 9th, they're at Columbus Academy. September 16th, they're at Grandview. September 23rd, they got Bishop Ready at home. The 30th of September, they got Bexley at home. October the 7th, they are at Whitehall. October the 14th, they're at Licking Valley. And they close it out October the 21st with Buckeye Valley at home. So with that being said, guys, we'll take a quick break, and we're going to come back and get into some AAU thing. There's a shakeup in the AAU circuit. We're going to dive right into it. So with that being said, this is the Willie Simmons Podcast, and we'll be right back.
Hi, I'm Archie Griffin. Whatever the sport, wherever it's played, there's one thing that student athletes, coaches, and fans can all share: sportsmanship. The Ohio High School Athletic Association's Respect the Game campaign reminds us that school sports are about so much more than wins and losses. On behalf of the OHSAA, let's all do our part to make school sports a fun, positive, and rewarding experience that student athletes will remember for a lifetime. Every game, every time, let's all respect the game.
Okay, guys, we're back with the Willie Simmons Podcast. Let's get into some AAU stuff here. I am concerned of where the circuit. Maybe the circuit is getting better. Just want to point out some teams here. I follow the Ohio Valley Dragon basketball this year, and I don't know what happened. When I get Twitter feeds, it's like all the players are going somewhere else. So I started doing some searching. I'll just pull this up on Twitter, and from the Twitter account, the OB Dragons basketball says they got a lot of reaction about the kids leaving the program, not just this year or any year, but that answer is simple: you do the right thing, and I suppose them guarantee regardless. It is hard, sure, but that's who I am, and I will not apologize. I'm just doing the right thing. Ask anyone I've spoken to recently. I guarantee not a soul had a negative word to say about me or the program. Personally, I try to treat people with dignity, and I'll continue to do that. Some things are more important than basketball. My commitment to these young ladies and their families is one of those. So, make a long story short, just checking out my Twitter feed, and a lot of these people follow me, and I noticed the posters was saying that so-and-so is going to join so-and-so. I'm not going to call no names, but you just do your own research. So I was just wondering why everybody's leaving. What's going on? I didn't know what was going on. Then I seen on August 16th on the OB Dragons Twitter account, and said we are excited to announce that we have expanded to be the Legends Basketball Dragons. We will continue to thrive with teams that focus on exposure, opportunity for players, as well as development. We will continue to serve future student athletes on all levels. So I guess it's the Legends Basketball Dragons instead of the Ohio Valley Lady Dragons. So, it is what it is. People do what people do. So I'm just here to report it. And I just, hope everybody's the best, and hope everybody just gets, the best out of the situation. And, but I can say this about Legends Basketball. That's a big time, man. That's a big time program. I love Legends Basketball. I looked at the work that Bryce McKee is doing out there, and it's pretty good. I looked at this girl by the name of Ashlyn Shade out of Indiana. Man, this girl can play. I seen her play one time in AAU, but I was trying to get to Noblesville to watch her play at the high school level, but I never got an opportunity to go because now she's committed to Lalamere, the basketball program, which is a good program. So she want to close her senior year out with a little more exposure, a little more getting better, raising her game, and getting better. I just put it like that. And kids do that. I mean, I look at Grace Van Sluten leaving Toledo, Notre Dame to go to IMG, and now she's at Oregon, which is I think she's going to do good. And she was on the USA team, so that even better. Ashlyn Shade, this girl had in her 3 seasons at Noblesville, this girl had 1,689 points, 606 rebounds, 282 assists, 314 steals, 17 block shots in a total of 78 games in 3 seasons with Noblesville. She's already a UConn commit, so she's already committed to Utah. With UConn, it's another good program, basketball program. She played on the EBYL circuit, and she was also on the girls Under Armour, that classic they had out there, I guess in Chicago. And she's had offers from Indiana, Louisville, North Carolina, Stanford, Vanderbilt, and Texas, but she chose UConn. So shout out to her and her family. But let me speak something about the West Virginia Thunder, man. This team is growing. I mean, Scott Johnson is putting something together out there. They won the girls Under Armour championship, and they got a lot of new acquisitions for 2027, 26, 25, and 24. And all I see scrolling across the Twitter feed is welcome to the West Virginia Thunder family. And there's so many girls that's committed to that program, which is a good program. It's a good program. But Legends U, you want to be a part of one of the hottest rising programs in the country, Legends U is where you want to be. We're looking to expand to offer high-level development and exposure opportunities for all of our players. And you want to be a part of a great program, and I've seen the program firsthand. You contact Bryce McKee. Now, there's another program that's brewing up in AAU. It's Sports City Angels. And their posts on Twitter, are you ready? If so, bring your A game for tryouts. Saturday, August the 20th, which is tomorrow, at Ohio Dominican University. And you can go to Sunday, August 21st. It'll be at the Ronnie Garrett Grandison Basketball Academy. That's in Cincinnati. We're looking for 23, 24, 25, 26, and 27 to compete. So, with that being said, that's what's going on in the AAU circuit. We'll take another quick break, and when we be back, we're going to wrap this up. This is the Willie Stemich Podcast.
How much pressure do you have to perform from day one?
There's no pressure. There's no pressure at all. I've been getting pressure since I was 10 years old. I'm doing something that I love to do. That's play the game of basketball. Y'all like to watch me play basketball. It hasn't kicked in yet to what I'm getting myself into. I'm not going to guarantee no championship. I'll tell you that.
Back-to-back titles for the 52 years.
I just hope that they accept me for who I am as a basketball player, and especially as a person. I know how to be a leader. It's just a long-term. I always tell y'all that this was one of the long-term dreams I always had. That's just playing in the NBA.
From St. Vincent St. Mary's High School, LeBron James.
Okay, guys, we're back. for this final ride. We got 10 minutes, and I'll be out of here. Getting ready to go to do some work down at Harvest Prep in Bloom Carroll. Should be a good football game. Okay, with that being said, guys, let's just get right into it. Now, let me talk about the NIL. There is so much money flowing around in the NIL business. Name, image, and likeness. So I did some research here, and I found out the highest paid NIL high school player or college player. There's a bunch of them on here, and some of them are in the transfer portal. So, and the portal is so big now, man. I mean, everybody's in the transfer portal. So, but that's a subject for another day. But let's get into the NIL. Who do you think is the top NIL athlete in high school? Let me get the answer. Bronny James, which is LeBron's son. He's in high school. They say his NIL deal is $5.1 million. I cannot believe that. But that's what I dug up, and that's what it is. The second player is Mikey Williams. You know Mikey Williams. $2.6 million NIL deal. Then you have Bryce Young, the quarterback from Alabama. He has a $1.8 million NIL deal. Arch Manning in high school, he has a $1.6 million deal. C.J. Stroud, the quarterback from Ohio State, he has a $1.1 million NIL deal. Travis Hunter, $870,000 NIL deal. Evan Stewart, $801,000 NIL deal. Alabama's Will Anderson, $718,000 NIL deal. South Carolina's Spencer Rattler, I guess that's what it is, $693,000 on this deal. Amari Bailey, he played with Bronny James out there at Sierra Canyon, $588,000 NIL deal. Dior Johnson, high school basketball kid, $522,000. Imani Bates, you remember Imani Bates? Memphis, he transferred out of Memphis, but he's $506,000 NIL deal. And you got a lot of other guys on here, man. Jackson Smith and Jigba, you know him from Ohio State, $357,000 NIL deal. Kenny Pickett, he's now with the Pittsburgh Steelers, but he has a $401,000 NIL deal. Chris Olave, $423,000 while he was with Ohio State, but now he has he's with the, I guess, the Saints, one of these schools he with, but still he had that NIL deal. There's a bunch of other guys, like, I don't want to read all of them. You can Google it. That's what I did, and that's why I found all this stuff out. But that's it. That's all I got for today. So I'm about to just close this out, man. We don't have anything else to discuss until next Friday. So with that being said, thank you guys for listening to this podcast today. We want to thank Ohio High School, of course, at all times. We want to thank all the people that support me in all the things I do. And with that being said, you guys have a great Friday. Go to a football game. Go support somebody. I'm going to support Harvest Prep. So with that being said, I got 2 fingers up, man. That means peace. I'm out.